People stared at me as if I had grown a second head. They whispered when I walked by, their voices soft but urgent. I could feel their eyes on my back, heavy with something I couldn't name. It was like the world knew a joke, and I was the punchline, except nobody was laughing. The feeling started suddenly. One morning I left my apartment, and the barista at my usual coffee shop paused mid-sentence when she saw me. The guy on the corner, always friendly, nodded stiffly and looked away. I tried to shrug it off, but the tension wrapped around me like a cold wind. Everywhere I went, I saw it. Quick glances, heads turning, voices dropping to whispers. My skin crawled. I wasn't famous. I wasn't even interesting. So why did everyone act like I was a walking headline? That day, I promised myself I would get to the bottom of this. But I never expected how deep the secret went, or that I'd be the last to know. My name is Ethan Carter. I'm 34 years old, born and raised in Chicago. I work as an IT tech at a small insurance firm downtown. My life is as normal as they come. I wake up at 6. I jog along the lake. I grab coffee at Java Joe's. I work 8 hours, come home, heat up leftovers, and watch basketball on TV. People like me don't have secrets, not big ones anyway. I've always followed the rules, paid my taxes, called my mom on Sundays. The biggest scandal in my life was forgetting to return a library book once. That's the kind of guy I am, or thought I was. I have a small circle of friends. My best friend Mike and I watch games at O'Malley's on weekends. I don't do drama. I don't do trouble. That's why the change in people's behavior rattled me so much. I wasn't used to feeling like an outsider in my own city. But as the days passed, my ordinary life started to feel like someone else's story. A story with a secret at the center, waiting to break free. It started small. The receptionist at work used to greet me every morning. Now she barely made eye contact. In meetings, I caught coworkers glancing at me, faces tight with worry or maybe fear. The office chatter stopped when I walked into the break room. At first, I thought I was imagining things. Maybe I had food on my face. Maybe I'd been rude and didn't realize it. But the looks weren't just awkward, they were almost scared. Even people I barely knew kept their distance, as if I might explode at any moment. One night, I stopped at the grocery store. The cashier, a kid with a pierced lip, scanned my things without a word. When I thanked him, he flinched. I went home and checked the mirror. Nothing was different. Same brown eyes, same tired smile. But the world acted like I was dangerous. The more I tried to act normal, the weirder things got. My city, my safe place, felt like a maze with walls that kept closing in. By the end of the week, I was afraid to leave my apartment. The mailman avoided my eyes. My neighbor, Mrs. Porter, turned away when I said hello. Even Mike, my best friend, stopped texting back. I started to watch for the signs everywhere. At the bank, the teller's hands shook as she gave me my change. At the gym, people left as soon as I walked in. I felt like a ghost, or worse, a monster. My sleep suffered. I tossed and turned, replaying every conversation, every look. What had I done? Why was everyone afraid? My heart pounded every time I stepped outside. I started to question if maybe I was the problem. Maybe I had done something, and I just couldn't remember. I needed answers. I needed my life back. But the more I searched, the more the city seemed to push me away, as if it was hiding something I wasn't meant to find. Desperate for clues, I turned to the only place I could think of, my phone. I checked my messages, my photos, my social media. Everything looked normal, except for a gap. 3 days. No texts, no posts, nothing. It was as if I had vanished. I called Mike. No answer. I tried again. Finally, he picked up. His voice was tense. "Hey, man." I asked him what was going on. Silence. Then, "I can't talk about it, Ethan. I promised." The line went dead. My hands shook. I tried work next. My boss avoided my questions. Coworkers mumbled excuses. No one would look me in the eye. I begged them to tell me what had happened. "You don't want to know, Ethan," one whispered. "Trust me." The city, my friends, even my own memories were keeping me in the dark. It felt like the answer was right in front of me, but I was the only one who couldn't see it. The 3 missing days gnawed at me. I tried to remember anything. I looked through receipts, checked my GPS, even called the cab company. Nothing, just a black hole in my mind. I sat in my apartment staring at my calendar. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Gone. On Monday, everything was different. That was when the stares started. That was when people began to treat me like I was a stranger. I asked Mike again, face to face this time. He wouldn't meet my eyes. "Whatever happened," he said, "we all agreed. You asked us not to tell you. You made us promise." His words hit me like a punch. Why would I do that? What could be so bad that I wouldn't want to know? I realized then that my own mind was hiding the truth from me, but the fear of what I might find was almost worse than not knowing. I pressed Mike for details. He shook his head. "You said you couldn't live with it, Ethan. You begged us. You made us promise not to tell you. I wish I could help, but I can't break my word. I tried everyone, my boss, my neighbors, even the barista at Java Joe's. The answer was always the same. You asked us not to. You said it was the only way. We're just doing what you asked." I felt trapped. My own words, spoken in a moment I couldn't remember, had built a wall around the truth. People weren't just protecting me, they were honoring a pact I created. Whatever I did in those 3 days, it changed everything. It changed me. I wanted to scream. I wanted to tear down the wall. But a part of me wondered, was I safer not knowing? Was the truth really something I could survive? I stood in my apartment staring at my phone. My search history was full of dead ends. My notes were scattered with questions. I had 2 choices: dig until I remembered, or let it go, just as I had asked. I closed my eyes, tried to picture those missing days. Nothing came, just a deep, aching fear. I thought about what Mike said, how I begged them not to tell me, how I said the truth would destroy me. Did I trust myself? Did I want to carry whatever pain I'd tried so hard to forget? I deleted the notes, closed the tabs, put the phone down. The world wouldn't give me answers, and maybe that was for the best. Some memories were too heavy to carry. Some secrets were safer left in the dark. I chose not to remember. I chose to live with the questions, rather than risk the pain of the truth. Now, every day, I walk the same streets. People still look at me differently, but I try not to notice. I focus on the things I can control: my job, my friends, the simple routines that keep me grounded. The fear lingers, like a scar I can't see. Sometimes I wonder what I did. I wonder if knowing would set me free, or just break me apart. But I remember what Mike said, and what I must have known in those lost days. Some truths don't set you free. Some truths destroy you. I've made my peace with not knowing. The world still whispers, but I've learned to walk through it. Life goes on, even with a secret at its center. I may never know what happened in those 3 days, and maybe that's okay, because sometimes not knowing is the only way to survive. And some truths are better left buried in the dark.